Hi folks, welcome back to my my short game videos. Hope you're all staying safe, enjoying a little bit of golf in your back gardens, hopefully. I'm going to continue this week. I'm going to talk a lot about the club face tonight and the effects that the club face have on the golf ball. So clearly, we probably all know, or maybe we don't know, that we should be trying to hit the ball at the centre of the club face. And when we're playing off grass, particularly off some tight lies, grass that we experience a lot at Dunham, the ball mark is going to be quite low in the club face at the bottom few grooves there. So you can see on my club face here that I've been hitting some shots out in the garden earlier, and you can see the consistent ball mark on my club there is at the bottom part of the club in the centre of the club. When we start to connect with different parts of the club, even if our technique is quite sound and we're striking the ball properly, if we start to hit the wrong areas of the club face, we will definitely lose some control of the ball, both in terms of the flight and also in terms of any distance that we want to achieve. Later on in the newsletter, you'll see there's one of the challenges this week is a bit of distance control, trying to hit 3 different distances. Now, as I just mentioned, even if our technique is quite consistent, if we're hitting different parts of the club face different times, then the same length and speed swing is going to result in different distances. So it's almost impossible to create good control and good feel if we're not consistently striking the centre part of the club face. Okay, so a couple of little exercises on how we can gain really good club face control. If you remember back to my 4 points where I felt the 4 different mistakes that were made when playing some chipping and pitching shots. The 4th one was the overactive club face as we were hitting the golf ball. Okay, so one way to really try and control that is to try and feel when we struck the shot, to try and have the feeling that the club face, the grooves on the club face, continue to point up towards the sky. So I'll play a little short shot here, there. As I play the shot there, you can see the club face, the grooves there, pointing up towards the ceiling there. Okay. The alternative to that, where mistakes are made, is when the club is twisted that way. You can see the club is pointing very much towards the door there, towards the sidewall, which means that club has closed too quickly, too active. Now, when a club face closes too active, the club face is twisting, we can clearly lose direction, but we can also lose some trajectory on the golf ball. And quite often when we're playing this shot, a pitch shot, or even a short little chip shot, we might have to go over something, or we're trying to get some elevation on the ball. And if we're losing loft on the club face, that leads to extra mistakes being made on trying to compensate for that lack of height, and we start leaning and twisting and transferring our weight in the wrong direction, which of course then results in mishits. So having poor club face control can often lead to different mistakes being made for different reasons. Okay, so that's one really simple action there. I'll just show you once more. So start with our club face in a perfectly square position, which is pointing towards the target there. Play out a stroke from last week. You can see I'm still using the wall here as a idea, so I'm not coming too far behind myself. I'm not going too far, keeping the club really out in front of me, turning my hips, and then concentrating on trying to keep that club face pointing towards the sky there, and not letting my hands roll over, my wrists roll over each other there. Okay. The next one is this is probably best to be done outside because we have to use proper golf balls for this. Use a clean club face for this. So it's to when we're playing our shots, when you're playing some shots, just actually see where the club face is being struck by the ball, where the ball is actually coming off the club face. So, for example, if your consistent ball marks are towards the toe, then you've got to try and find a way of getting the club across this way so the ball starts to come out of the centre. And conversely, if we're coming off the heel, which is a lot more dangerous, I know a few of you watching this now coming out in cold sweats thinking about walking off the heel, because that leads to some of the unmentionable shots going off to the right there. So again, one way we want to control that is to bring that club face now closer to us there to get the ball off the centre. So a really good practice drill to get the feeling of where we're striking the ball off is try to hit the ball off the heel, the centre and the toe on purpose. Because we can on purpose try and hit the ball off the toe, we can feel where the toe is, then feel where the centre is. And conversely, we can hit it off the heel on purpose, we can feel where to get the ball away from. So really good drill to actually try and practice the 3 different spots. Clearly, the bigger picture is then to all the time being able to feel the ball coming off the centre of the club each time. So try those. See how you get on. As always, if you'd like to any explanation needed, then please feel free to give me a call or text. Send me a video if you're doing this, and I can see if I can give you a few pointers individually. Okay, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Once more, please stay safe, stay healthy, and we are another week closer to getting back to doing.